Yeah, let's look at this ERMAC real quick. Break this down, see what we got going on with ERMAC. I've actually seen a good portion of this, like clips on Twitter and stuff, but this is my...
Yeah,
People like the mask.
And he has some of his gear.
Let's see what he's got,
Some
bro.
of the coolest.
It's gnarly.
There's a helmet.
Bro, these niggas be cringe sometimes, bro. Just a little bit.
His movement's awesome.
I love the like weird marionette way he walks back and forth.
His back that his
I think our
okay.
design team and our animators have really nailed the kind of spooky mummy man.
On his
Undead.
His back dash looks a little slow.
yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
It kind of looks like he shifts in and out. Okay.
You got the bravado throw.
Yeah.
And then just.
God.
Very painful.
Yeah, so let's talk about
His throw animation looks crazy.
Who are really going to enjoy. One of my favorites, kind of old school. One of those strings that ends in a grab at the end.
Very reminiscent of like the ultimate MK3
Okay.
kind of lift, except he throws him over, but that kind of hand gesture reminds me of it.
I wonder if you can.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can change direction on that. Like, can you actually just keep him in the corner? I wonder if that grab is like a mix-up of like a mid or a low. It's probably not safe on block if you can block the grab, or if it has to be on hit. Yeah, well, I'm curious to see how that works. Because every time I see characters, I just think instantly of cameos. So I'm just curious of how that'll work.
You don't have to do the ending and it's a knockdown.
But why wouldn't you lift?
Yeah, because it's too cool. Like boom.
Do you lift, bro?
Wow.
Remember that?
This is one of his main strings too that I love using. 2-1-2. Pop up.
Okay. Yes.
Immediately.
I thought that was a special move. So that his 2-1-2 is just a regular pop-up? That actually looks crazy. And I wonder how that goes on block. Does he teleport on block?
Back to that if you want.
You know what I mean?
Super cool. Like just one of those moves people really enjoy because it takes a lot of the onus off of you. It's a pop-up combo. You get your way up in the air. And
if that's the case, then
And I
it's
think you'll see that he has a
extremely
lot of
unsafe
really
on block.
cool air combos,
You know what I mean?
Benders and stuff
He
like
has
that.
some of the most air moves in the game, I would say.
That's because he's ERMAC.
There we are.
Love it.
This move,
Bro, these...
he kicks you and then
Just a burst of souls.
and it, for a string does a good amount of damage. This can be canceled out. With
Yeah, that does. It does.
So we're gonna hold
Yeah,
off.
I heard the ERMAC. Yeah, I didn't like
We're gonna
that.
work up to it.
I didn't like that.
Torch 4 is really neat. This is just neat. And then Torch 4-3, it knocks them away.
Okay.
Another move that on the outset looks just like a kind of a jumping knee.
Right.
A lot more is going to come from that later. We will get back to that as well.
Yeah, you'll notice he's airborne, which
Yes.
we'll talk about.
Keep that in mind. Yes, it knocks them into the air.
Okay.
And it knocks them into the air. And what you're stating, ERMAC's
He
in
is
the air.
airborne, yes.
Yes. 4-2-2 is an overhead.
4-2-2.
So, like we said earlier, there's not a lot of overhead lows with ERMAC. This is one thing you kind of throw out and fish, and knock them down, knock them away, or just throw the overhead out and cancel it.
So not a lot of overhead lows, which is not too bad. I wasn't expecting, man, if you had mix-ups on ERMAC, bro, in MKX, that was a lot of his, the Vortex. Sorry, long day. Yeah, he had a lot of like Vortex combos. Yeah, if you had mix-ups with him, I feel like that would just be insane. I don't really think he does a lot of damage though. Usually any character for
means
Absolutely.
there are characters like Kung Lao and Frost that have good lows.
Okay, yeah, Kung Lao. I mean, Frost is all right, but not as a starter. You don't want to just throw that out. But for whatever reason in this game, anybody that has flashy, like really, really nice combos, I feel like it struggles for them to get damage. But we said the same thing about Omni-Man when he dropped. Omni-Man's got some of the fucking, he's actually got decent damage if you do his optimal combo. It actually took people, over a week? Almost 2 weeks for people to find the optimal combos for Omni-Man. So, I don't understand why they would patch a DLC character so quick, like Peacemaker, but I guess because people found it out too quick. Maybe if we weren't so smart, y'all, and it took us like a month or 2 months to actually, figure it out, maybe it would have been, left alone.
Absolutely. but this is a great one. Throw it out there. Has a good amount of range.
Yeah.
Good amount of range.
Not really.
Back to
That shit looks unsafe.
is a cool sort of just trapping.
That's crazy.
And it can also
That probably looks like a.
canceled as well.
That's crazy because it looks like a mid. So that I can see that right there is going to be hell for people that you know, because his grab animation and his back one, if it is a mid, that's going to be tough. But there's really no reason to ever, you know, unless you're trying to duck throws, you know, there's no reason to really duck with ERMAC. So at least from what I'm seeing, I would have to see how his pokes and stuff look.
And then you can do like a lift off. And more stuff too, obviously. But that's just where you are there. This move is a ton of fun. This is just his back three. It's kind of like a get the heck off me move. Just sends you full back.
I'm never using that.
Comes out and knocks
I'm
you
never
backwards.
using that. Yeah, that looks stupid.
Gives you a little distance when you need it. With
Right.
Yeah, it
seems
looks
like
stupid.
He does do a lot of things to get distance as well.
He does, and he has a couple things that can get him back in range.
Why would you want to be at range
talk
though,
about
ERMAC?
the
That's what I'm
moves.
curious about. Why?
We've seen earlier.
Because a lot of times these movesets are predicated around having you where you want to be. And if that's the case, then why would I want him far away from me? You know what I mean? Because he doesn't have a lot of moves that have a lot of range. He doesn't really have projectiles, so why would you want your opponent to be very far from you?
Here we got the
At least from what I've
classic
seen.
lift.
Yep, that.
I wonder what the
big
range on that
skeletal
is.
witch lady.
Now you can also meter burn that to trap them
Ooh.
and do air combos or whatever you want to do after that, which is super cool. A lot of fun. A lot of stuff you can do with that. He's got a push
Yep.
and has a good amount of range. That's the
Okay.
kind of thing.
So that's the soul push, which I've seen this. The range doesn't look that good. If the range was like how it was in MKX, I could see this. And I'm curious at how much the soul push or burst has and the lift has. If those both have decent range, then I could see why you want that. And I also see that he has a stomp move that's kind of like to me kind of similar to like Shao Kahn. I mean it's very telegraphed, but we'll see.
That's your guy. It's one of those good things when you're playing ERMAC where you can always sort of like be checking people who are trying to move in on you.
Exactly.
And
That-
they have to be really.
I'll be honest, that hitbox
when you
looks kind of huge.
It is also armor.
Which is a great armor move. You can use that to beat projectiles, long range normals. You could like whiff punish with it.
Yeah, that range is not
That's
the
cool.
greatest.
I just did pretty much max distance right there, and that's
You got some good range.
a good range.
Got some good range.
Of course,
Tanya
the teleport.
got good range.
Right.
This teleport is very interesting.
Okay.
So see, I'm starting on the ground. I teleport. I am
Oh.
on the ground.
Yeah, still on the ground there.
I can also go up. I
Okay.
can go on the ground or the air.
Do it again now, what?
So I can go up, or I can do it from the air and go up. You can do it to the air and go back down.
Wow.
So
That's
like,
pretty
shooting
good.
up,
That's
down,
pretty good.
You can mix and match. Them.
Mind blown right now.
One thing that's fun to do.
His mind ain't blown. He didn't
is
see
kinda
this
go up
shit.
here,
The characters, they've been
and
playing with him
try
for
to
weeks.
face.
Right.
And a lot of people might do something to you. A lot of people won't. So
What?
that's a lot of fun too.
Nigga, I've been getting anti-air like a
It's also going to be
motherfucker.
a thing that's really going to add to their mental stack when you have multiple options coming out. They're going to have to look for the teleport and then also guess how you're going
low,
to
yeah.
teleport back in.
Right. Big
I
thing.
guess.
Down back to his.
I don't know, but the thing is, why would you ever? Never mind. I'm just thinking of like people anti-airing it because it doesn't look like. I mean, it depends on how quickly he can recover out of the teleport and how quickly he can do moves. Because I seen in the trailer they would do like teleport, cancel, into float and stuff like that, and or hover or whatever they call it. And you know, it's like I don't think I have enough time to do that.
Hover.
So why would I? You know what I mean?
So hover.
A
does
hover.
Quite a few things. You're hovering. You can cancel it early. That's
Yeah, it
one
don't
thing.
look like it's.
If you meter burn it, it's quicker.
Nope.
And we'll explain that in a second. So remember that knee we talked about.
Yes, I do.
Tell me about that knee.
So you can cancel
Very cool.
into knee with teleport, with
Okay.
levitate. So you can continue pressure. So I can do that. Maybe I come down and I throw. lots of things you can do with that. So if he's in the air, he can do his levitate, which opens up a lot of things. Like this string I showed earlier.
He's really gonna come up with some crazy stuff.
Very cool.
I missed it. Hold on, sorry. So I can levitate out of it.
Okay, Lanny.
Right.
Nice.
Into a full combo.
You got it in less than 3 tries.
Right.
And you're just a normal person.
I am just a normal human being. And Hover's
There-
super cool. So it's just you always.
Bro, he's had 4 weeks of experience with it, and he's happy because he got it.
I
Man,
love that kind of UMK3
I'm gonna stop.
pose. It's
Once you start putting this pressure on, like
You
where
just
does it
teabag
go,
him.
right? And that's gonna be really fun for a lot of people to play with. I've really
15%.
So
Fuck.
sometimes when I'm like alone in my apartment, I do that pose, and that's not weird, right?
That's
Everyone
not
does that,
enjoyed it.
right?
Absolutely normal.
Okay.
Let's talk about some new stuff to Mortal Kombat 1's ERMAC. First off, there's this move called Death's Embrace,
Okay.
where he comes out, a spirit touches him, and he gets this sort of shield.
I seen this. This is fucking insane.
Right.
While that is active, and it lasts 5-6 seconds, there it went away, your health bar is now your meter. So you are getting meter taken off instead of health.
That's great.
Right?
So a very clear scenario would be
Bro,
you're about to lose.
So it depends. Can that be interrupted? Because I'll be honest with you, in a situation where his health is like the way it is, I'm just gonna poke into something and then just equip this. I'm actually starting to think Kung Lao might be a great cameo with ERMAC, because I could just sit behind a low hat, and unless you have a teleport, I could just sit behind and activate this move at the end of the game. Now, given I don't have any projectiles, so it's like, why the fuck are you back there?
Right.
You have only 1 hit left,
But you got full meter.
but you got 3 bars.
You know, let's say you're way ahead and the time's running out. Turn it on. They're chipping away at your meter
Right.
while your health bar is safe. The cool thing about this, too, is you can turn it off whenever you want to. So if someone's doing a combo to you, you can take half that combo, turn it off. Like, there's a lot of different, like, mind games you can play with.
Why would if I'm in the middle of a combo, why would I turn it off so that I get damaged, though? The only thing that would benefit me is if I could turn that on in the middle of a combo, but that would be broken. Why would I want to turn it off and save meter? Or, like, hypothetically, if I have that on, and I'm already in the middle of a combo, I've already lost the ability to break. So it's like you might as well just let it play out. You know what I mean? And it depends on how quick your meter drops, though. You know what I mean? I just don't see why you would ever do that. Like, oh, let me take it off so I can save my meter after I get full comboed. Well, by the time that's already happened, your meter's already hit.
Stuff that way.
Also, the little demon lady looks
That move-
really cool.
She does.
That move doesn't look like it does anything.
Another move that's new. Is
I probably won't use it.
So he has this punch where he charges it up
Ooh.
and lets up just a torrent of these spirits. Now it has a bunch of levels. You can do it just real quick, just knock them away. Hold it down, gives you a crumple state,
Ooh.
and then it's time.
Hmm.
You know.
I wonder if you can
And here's the other thing. This move,
crumple them out of lift.
so you can turn it on. I can back out. Turn it on. Back forward. You can put it in a move. You can do it during a combo and do it. I'm sorry to say, not great at that, but you can continue pressure like we were talking about earlier. Super cool move. Another move he has that's new is this Shrieking Souls move, where he slides on the ground and knocks you up.
Nice.
This also can be canceled. So once you hit, you can double dash forward and continue a combo.
Right.
So I can be like
Okay.
Very
like
cool.
that,
You got it.
and so that it just always like.
Why are they treating this man like he's a toddler that doesn't actually work in the studio of Mortal Kombat? It's like, yeah, okay, I got a 6-hit combo. Can y'all stop?
Continuing moving forward, pressuring them,
My fault.
teleporting around. Just like you talked about earlier, I love the term when you use mental stack.
Yes.
There's so much, just like a lot of our characters, there's so much stuff you have to think about while you're fighting him that could happen at any time.
It also seems like a reoccurring thing here is combo options, possibility, routes. Very cool.
One of my favorite moves he has is this. He's got, this
Oh.
is his only quote-unquote projectile. As you can see, it runs across the ground. You can only do it in the air. If you use meter, it costs 2 bars of meter. You can also do this, and it'll send out these hands.
So what I'm instantly thinking is, can I do that out of forward 4? Can I do that out of forward 4 and get a clean mix-up going?
Now, this, again, will go back to the knee. The thing that's sort of in the thesis of the story is you can do it from...
Nice.
Which means if you want to use the bars, you know, into the round, you can literally...
That looks like a skill. It's crazy.
Do that.
Very cool.
That's ERMAC in a nutshell.
Yeah, that's ERMAC. Okay. You know, I have to get my hands on them because honestly, when they did this gameplay breakdown with Peacemaker, I wasn't that sold on Peacemaker, and then I got my hands on him, and he felt insane. So these combat casts, they show me like very, very minimalistic things, just the basics, just what are his strings and stuff like that. But until I get my hands on him and other people get their hands on him, give us like 24 to 48 hours for us to actually determine how good he is, because that's all it took for us to actually figure out how good Peacemaker was. So I can't wait till I play that on Wednesday and get my ass completely kicked. So and play nothing but ERMACs.